Day 72 of Peter and Doxie going from New South Wales to Queensland here in the beautiful Tin Can Bay, and no points for guessing what time of the day this is. I'll literally just come out to see the sun coming up, so it's beautiful. Bit of a cloudy start today, and there is rain in the forecast. In fact, there's rain not far from here on the radar. So, yeah, let's see what today brings. Hopefully we'll still get some nice patches so we can get some stuff done. Look at that. Very still. Anyway, I haven't had coffee. I've literally just opened my eyes, but I couldn't miss this moment. So I'm going to get my head together. Yeah, I know I still haven't achieved that after 72 days. What do you expect? Anyway, that coffee's got to go on.
Ah, this is a lot better.
Okay, here we are again, back on the beach. Tide is coming in, so I'll have to be mindful of that and probably keep moving Doxie up the beach, although there's a bit of a down thing here, so yeah, we'll see how we go. Somebody else there. So what I'm going to do next, basically, I'll remove the bung housing again and give it a dry with wipe and maybe turn it around so the sun can just dry it out properly. I also want to check with this piece of wood here whether I get a more secure fixture here. I'm just not comfortable with the way that sort of sits. I think you could just use a little bit more of a don't know what you'd call it. Well, anyway, something a little bit more solid and probably the right shape as well to keep it up straight. Anyway, all these things we can try. So put that away and we'll screw the bung housing off and let it dry. Okay, so thanks Brenton for this piece of ply. It's not fixed on, but it's clamped with the engine obviously, which is a temporary thing until I get to fix it on, but I really think that's made a huge difference. It just feels a lot more solid in place now. Before it just felt like I was watching it the whole time to see if it was going to slip off. Anyway, it hasn't, and now it shouldn't. I've also removed the bung, given it a wipe around the place with a wet and then a dry rag. I don't know what the sticky stuff is sensitive to. I was trying to say allergic to, but that doesn't sound right. Yeah, so I might just let that sit in the sun for a little while just to make sure it's dried out, and then we'll have a go at doing a fix. Meanwhile, Doxie's out there now facing downstream as the tide starts to come in. Still a nice quiet day here. Sun's still out obviously, which is nice. The longer the better. Bit of warmth in it, which is nice too, even though it's a slight southerly zephyr. Mark 2. Looking south, you can see there's quite a bit more cloud cover down there on the radar. That is where the rain is at the moment. So yeah, if it stays over there as long as possible, I'm happy. So, but as I said, I have to watch this tide. It is coming in, and it comes in quite quickly. Very shallow shelving until you get right to the end here. And you can see where the light bit ends under the water there. It goes straight down after that. So jumping out of the dinghy early, not a good idea. And no, I didn't do that. I grew up in a place where it's exactly like that. It looks like an osprey, I think. Don't know if I've got him or not. He's going away anyway. Okay, so this is the bung assembly itself. This is the part that goes into the boat. Okay, once it's in there, of course, that can be screwed in and out to let water out. And the two screws. So I'm just dried that right off. And I'll start applying some sticky. And knowing my two left hands, I'll get it all over me and everything else, but nature of the beast, eh? Okay, so this is the stuff. It's a bit like working with blue tack, I guess. It's pretty tacky. And it's black, so it matches. Isn't that wonderful? Anyway, I'm going to have to need both hands for this. Okay, so I've put the gunk on and screwed it back in, twisted it around a bit and pushed it in to try and spread the application evenly, hopefully. But sticks to that half as well as it does to my fingers. Winner, winner. Funny, I was just looking and I heard the old and I saw the dolphins going past, so I have to assume feeding time that you saw on yesterday's video must be over. Just looking back at Tin Can Bay, and it's Friday today, so I have to assume that the school here must have sailing as part of their sports curriculum. Boy, I wish they had that when I was growing up. I got to use a bit of sailing during the week. Anyway, good on them. It's good to see young sailors up and coming. Freshen up time, and yes, it was very fresh. Okay, so I've got it submerged now, and it'll pong, so I don't need to worry about it drifting away in the next few minutes. Yeah, I'm paranoid about this now. It's not gushing in, that's something. Let's see. Okay, not quite sure exactly how much time, but I can see a little bit creeping in, but I think it's also moisture that's coming down off the boat into the keel as it just sits here. But yeah, I'm not sure, a little bit's getting in, but so far I may have slowed it down. Right, well, after that little bit of busyness, I've made it back to the boat. It's just starting to spit and looking like the forecast, a little bit of rain. So yeah, good time to be back and have a coffee. Yeah, I'm not sure if the sun's coming back again today or not. Hope so. But yeah, I'm nice and sheltered here under the Dodger, and I can sit outside and just watch the world go by. Well, looks like I timed that right. It's coming down now. But I'm sheltered here in my little Dodger. The dodgy Dodger. Not so much. And there she is, bobbing around. Had a bit of a clean on the beach, so that's good. Dashing off to that next fish. Well, I'm hearing the thunder, but maybe you heard that too. Yeah, so it looks like it's passing quite closely, but hopefully not coming this way. The weather seems to be going more from the northwest to southeast, so what we're getting is coming from this direction. Okay, it looked like it was passing. Now not so much. So yeah, in it comes from the south. Got a bit of a squall going on. Yeah. So I was out doing some cleaning and stuff, and now I'm hiding inside again. Big drops now. I think it's that time. I've been busy, so I'm going to kick back and just let the day end gracefully. There's nothing like the glow of the sun shining on objects when it's just showing after a rainy grey time. So full of promise just before it disappears from sight. Sounds about right, doesn't it? So very welcome though. Well, another day in paradise, you might say. And yeah, I can't complain about this. I've got a little bit of music wafting over from one of the other boats. Luckily their taste in music's quite good. And it's quiet enough not to really be a bother, but just a nice sort of sound in the silence, other than the old seagull and stuff. So yeah, managed to get a couple of things done. One thing I didn't video is I started going down the side of the outside of Doxie and just starting to scrape some of the black gunk that's accumulating there a bit, and made a bit of inroads into it, but I think it'll take a few days, especially when you've got a dicky shoulder. It's kind of hard, but that's okay. I think I've got time, to be honest. So we go into another weekend now. I did have some correspondence with a boating outfit who says they can supply the mount rubbers and stuff, not erasers. I'm thinking I will wait before I make any rash orders or anything like that, simply because if I can get Tim, the local marine diesel mechanic, to come out and have a look at least, he might be able to suggest somebody, you know, in this area who can machine them up. So I guess I just don't want to miss that opportunity. So yeah, what's a few more days, right? I mean, yeah, the weather's beautiful. Yeah, I'd love to be going north right now, don't get me wrong, but yeah, got to get this right. Look at that, look at that, gorgeous. Anyway, so yeah, we had some rain in the middle of the day, bit of thunder and stuff. It was downpour for a little while, bit of a wind, squall, and then it all settled down. But yeah, as I showed just shortly ago, that sun always comes in right at the last minute and then goes down. So that's all right. Tomorrow's supposed to be nice again, so I'll take it. Anyway, you know what to do if you haven't already. I'm not quite sure why not. Do subscribe. This can only get more interesting. Be careful what you wish for when you say interesting. It's been pretty interesting so far already, but more scenic, shall we say. And this isn't bad, to be honest. So anyway, this is Dawn Raider, out. Thanks for watching another Adventures of Foxy Doxie. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you.